Hey guys, I'm Corey.
And I'm Dana.
And today we're going to talk about cruise ports that we've been to in the past.
So this is just like a collaboration of different ports that we visited on different cruises that we went. Some of the excursions and just some things to do. Just so you know, we're more the laid back, relaxed type. So you won't see a whole bunch of crazy stuff going on, but you'll still get to see a little bit about the different places that we've gone, the beaches that we've seen, and some of the excursions that we've done.
So the first place we want to go to is Great Stirrup Cay. It's in the Nassau, Bahamas, and it's Norwegian Cruise Line's private island.
So many of the cruise lines have their own private island, and this particular one, we actually had to take a tender to get to it. So I believe we were on the Norwegian Epic, and so we had to board a smaller boat because the ship was too large to actually pull up to the island, so we had to get on a smaller boat. As you can see, it was crowded.
Look at all those people. That's just insane.
But it was an easy, quick ride, and it was nice. It was a great day.
Yeah. And they have, the boats are continuously running back and forth, so you don't have to worry about you have to get on that boat that, the very first boat that pulls up. Now, there is a good little walk from the tender boat to the actual beach. I will say that. You basically just walk off this beach right here, and then you'll see signs that tell you the rules of the beach. Basically no fishing, no fighting,
don't drown,
those basic things. But then once you get onto the beach, it's just beautiful. Nice, huge beach area with tons of loungers and activities for you to partake in.
The one thing I know you mentioned was the drop-off sometimes. Can we talk about that?
Oh, yeah. So, pretty clear water to see, to walk into or whatever, but I don't know if this one actually had a dip like right there when you first walk in. I can't remember if I saw anybody do that. I didn't actually get into the ocean. But, most of them do, so I would just be conscious of that when you're walking in. Oh, and for some reason, the seagulls were just going crazy. I don't know what was going on there. Just seagulls everywhere.
So typically when you go, you'll spend usually anywhere from 5 to 8 hours, I would say. We actually have only been on 1 or 2 places where we actually stayed until it got dark. So usually you're there from early morning to early evening.
And while you're there, they'll actually have a barbecue going on. I can't remember the name of this one. I think it was Jimbley, is how you say it. But basically the crew put on a barbecue, and then they also had things like relay races and stuff for the kids to partake in, hosted by the crew members as well.
And all of that is included if you're correct.
Now, when we go to the next location, we're actually going to be in Labadee, Haiti. This is a private island owned by Royal Caribbean.
And so in this one, if you saw our previous video, we were actually in a suite for this one. So if you were a suite guest, I believe if you're a diamond guest, or if you purchased an over-the-water bungalow, you had access to a separate beach, which we'll see. It was called Barefoot Beach. And so it was a little bit different here. We did actually go around, and there is a trolley. Once you actually get to the island, there's a trolley. They'll take you to all the different beaches. And so when we went to Barefoot Beach, which you'll see in a little bit, it was beautiful. It was, honestly, I have to say that I feel like this Royal Caribbean experience was my favorite of all the beaches.
As we were on the trolley, though, when it was taking you around, you pass all these shops where the local people are selling paintings and dresses and all those types of things. Really nice artwork as well. You could just stop at one of these stops right here. I don't know the number of this or anything, but you could stop there and do a little shopping and then hop back on the trolley and go back to the other side if you wanted to. That was on the far end of the beach.
Now here's Barefoot Cabana. So again, this is the suite diamond, and if you purchase the overwater cabana area. When we went, it was later in the day, so pretty much everybody was gone, which was perfect. We didn't need to bring towels. As you saw, you have your own towels there. The mats you see are included, and we just spent a lovely day out here. One thing I did want to do is just go back and mention about some of the vendors. We have heard that they may be a little aggressive. We didn't have any issues with them, but of course we didn't actually walk over there. We were just on the shuttle, so that's just something to think about. But and some people mentioned that the Barefoot Beach area, the beach is a little rockier than some of the other beaches out there, but because we always wear water shoes, it wasn't really a concern for us.
Yeah, but just such a beautiful beach. Look at that. I mean, you could just see straight down to the bottom of that water. It was just so nice. The temperature was wonderful.
It was perfect.
Yeah, just really, really nice.
You could see the ship. And they had overwater cabanas, which you can rent as well. They are pretty expensive, but they're really nice, and they come with different amenities as well. Yes, there's seaweed in the water.
I think you were trying to see if you could see a fish. Not really too sure about that. So I decided, you know what? Let's go see if I can go try out one of these mats, because I was basically just sitting there just getting as far as I could while I could still stand up. I have a fear of deep water, even though I know how to swim. So I was like, let me go try out this mat. And it actually kept me afloat. I really liked it. So when we left there, we kind of walked back to where the trolley was. And you could see where they had some zip lines. They have this really cool zip line that actually goes over the ocean, like all the way from the top of the mountain all the way down. It's kind of crazy.
They even have a roller coaster, the dragon coaster.
Oh yeah, that was at the very top
out there too. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a lot of things here. Now the walk, I'm going to be honest with you guys, from the ship to the beach is long. However, I think you'll see a gentleman coming up here. They do have wheelchairs, and they'll push you. It's free, but you should go ahead and tip them because it's hot and they're pushing you all the way. So just a nice little tip. But if walking is an issue, they will actually push you to the beach and back.
Now, the next port that we actually went to, one of the other ports that we've been to, is San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, yeah.
Hey! So beautiful in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's just so lovely. And we loved it there. We actually took a trolley ride around the island. Now, this pigeon wanted to talk to us. I don't know what's going on. But we picked the perfect day to go on the trolley ride. It's raining. As soon as we got off the boat, what's up with that? I don't know.
So we're up here with all the other wet people. This is the free shuttle that will take you all around San Juan, or this area anyway in San Juan, and it's free. And you'll notice they even have space in the back for wheelchairs.
Now, this restaurant, Mi Tierra Restaurant is what we'll call it, was so delicious. It is right on the pier where the actual boats are, and they have something there called mofongo, and it was just delicious. It's basically smashed plantains with a protein on top, and then like a garlic cream sauce on top of that.
Garlic for days. If you love garlic, you have got to get this. I think we had chicken and shrimp. And it may have come with something else, but I think those are the ones that we got.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so good.
It was so good. Highly recommend that place, and it's very convenient to get to. Like I said, as soon as you get off where the boats are, it's right across the street.
It's right there. You don't have to take a shuttle or do anything. It's right there.
Absolutely.
And
perfect.
even though it was raining, it's covered. Like the outside area has a overhang, so we were able to sit out there and eat.
Yeah. So now we went and got back on the trolley after that was over. Now, what is going on here? As you can see, this right here doesn't have a trolley sign. This is supposed to be a trolley stop. There were a lot of these that were missing, including the one where we started to get on this trolley.
So here's a little story quick on that. So we had the little map to tell us what station that we need to go to get on the trolley. However, that's what they looked like, and so we had no idea where it was. I think we were trying to get on like stop 13 or 14.
Yeah.
We could never find it. And we walked past several, come to find out, to get to the one we finally did end up getting on the trolley on. But just so you know, there may not be any signs evident.
That's what the trolley signs look like. Trolley stop number 13, number 3. That's what they're supposed to look like.
I really like Puerto Rico. I have to say, it's one of my favorite places to go. Everybody was nice. It was just, the food was good. There's shops, even though in fairness, it was wet and rainy, so we didn't do a lot of walking, so we didn't go like really deep in there. So we were probably just more in the touristy areas. But it was nice. I will tell you this though, traffic is horrendous.
Yes.
So because we were on the shuttle, obviously we were in traffic, and I think when we were there, this is when the port that we were actually able to stay late. Oh, look, some of our fans. But anyway, we were actually able to stay late. And so when we got there, I mean, we were there at like rush hour traffic, probably about 5 or so o'clock on a weekday. And at one point, it was just a straight traffic jam.
Now, as we're going along, we also passed one of the forts. I'm not sure which fort this is, but I know it's on one of the list of excursions when you go here, is that you can take actually a tour of the fort and just learn some of the history of San Juan.
Pretty popular place, yeah.
Yeah. This is also one of the stops with a trolley that is missing a sign.
What am I doing?
I think you wanted to show the inside of the trolley.
Oh, okay, yes. So this is what the trolley looks like if you get on it prior to its last stop. So like if you try to get on number 1, everybody is trying to get on at number 1.
Now luckily we were here at night when we were in San Juan, and it was just so beautiful. You could actually just walk along the street where the vendors are, and we saw this really nice vendor here that was actually making these paintings. I don't know if they were oil paintings or spray paintings, and then he would like set them on fire.
That's crazy.
And when you take the paintings and you show them in the light, like they change different colors. It's really cool. As you can see, it was really popular, all those people there.
He lights it on fire.
And then you have the iHeart PR sign that everybody loves to take a selfie with.
And people are nice enough to give you your opportunity to stand up.
Now, next we went to Basseterre, St. Kitts. Now, when we were in St. Kitts, I was able to take a short excursion called the Safari Island Drive through Royal Caribbean. And it's basically an open air safari vehicle. What it did was it took us through the town of Basseterre, and then we actually went up to the Carabel, I guess that's how you say it, Carabel Boutique at Romney Manor. And it's where they basically make it's like they make clothing. Boutique fabric and clothing, yeah. Now I will say that this tour is actually a guided tour.
That big mountain they are seeing is called Nevis Peak.
They also give you waters there once we make the stop at Romney Manor to see the boutique fabrics being made. There's some great spots up here to take some pictures of the different forests and ocean views and stuff like that.
And you'll just see all the foliage. You know, I don't know what the climate really is like and all the details, but you can just tell just how thick everything is, the vegetation. It's really pretty. I love boutique, and the process that these ladies show you, I did not realize how intricate and how long it takes to do that. I have several boutique dresses, I have boutique wraps. It's just beautiful.
We always start on a white piece of cotton material. We have an artist who draw the original drawings, and then we have ladies trace from the artist drawing with a pencil. Then we apply a mixture of hot beeswax and paraffin wax to the areas we want to keep white. Fine areas, we use a tool like this. It is called a jaunting tool or a wax pen. For wider areas, we use a paint brush. So after applying the wax at the first stage, we take it off the frame, we send it to dye in a cold watercolor fast dye. So this piece has been dipped into blue dye. The white areas on it is where we wax first. The wax is still there, and then we want to keep some of the blue areas. We apply more wax. We continue waxing and dyeing until we have all the colors. Then we boil it for 30 minutes. The wax flows to the top. We skim it off. Most of the wax can be recycled. Our masterpiece in the wall hanging is over here. It has a light at the back, and it goes through all these stages back here where it said trace all the way down to the final product. That's 5 colors, 9 days work. Each color takes 1 day. So the more colors, the longer it takes. And everything is done by hand from start to finish, so no two pieces are exactly the same. It can be washed by hand or by machine. It will never shrink. And then to tell genuine batik, you take it and you reverse it. Same on both sides. It don't have a right from a wrong side. Because the wax goes straight to the material, also the color. So that is how batik is done.
And so here you can actually buy some of the garments and some of the fabric that the ladies here have made. I got a beautiful sarong.
And I mean, they just have everything from bags to dresses to scarves, you name it. Now, outside of the Romney Manor, on the back side, there's actually a little restaurant here. And then there, like I said, there's little spots here where you can take pictures. Really nice spots. On one of these areas where we were standing, they said you can't have more than 10 people standing on there at a time. Now, we went up this little part over here on the other side of Romney Manor that had a bell tower. And these steps right here were really steep. They were pretty steep, especially if you have short legs.
One thing I'll say with all this foliage, I didn't really notice any bugs. Did you?
No, I didn't at all.
You know, that's the first thought in my mind when I see all these trees and bushes. I'm like, bugs and lizards.
Now, when we left Romney Manor, we actually drove on the other side of the island and went up to, I believe it's Gibson's Hill. And I think this is where they say you could see the Atlantic Ocean really well. And there was another little spot over here you can take pictures. There was a guy up here who had a donkey and a little monkey. I don't think it was like a chimpanzee or anything, but it was a little monkey. And he was putting them on people's heads so they could take pictures and everything.
Yeah, I don't do that. All I need is like one scrape from a monkey, and all of a sudden now I got some incurable disease. What's wrong with me? I'm just dancing naked.
Now, when we left there, we went back to where the ship was, and they dropped us off, of course, in the tour spot where we can get souvenirs and gifts and all that kind of things, shirts and hats and knickknacks.
We decided to start trying to collect magnets so we can kind of keep up with the places that we've been.
Oh yeah.
A lot of times, because we do sell to the Caribbean mostly, we go to the same places over and over again. Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest with you, that ship could just sail out in the middle of the ocean and I'd be completely fine with it. I love it. Cozumel, Mexico. So you've seen us talk about Cozumel before. So usually in Cozumel, we just tour the immediate area off the ship, but we also go or have gone to Mr. Sancho's. So that's where we are here. And if you haven't seen our video of the Mr. Sancho's spa suites, check that out. I'll put the link above. But anyway, this is a fabulous, like, all-inclusive beach island. It comes with your food, your drinks are included. You can rent these little beds if you want, but if you don't want to, the regular lounge chairs and tables. I mean, the food is all you can eat. Like I said, you see the bar here, it has swings on it. It has a swim up bar. You can be in the pool and get your drinks. It's
2 pools, as a matter of fact.
2 pools.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just great. And even though a lot of people go, it never feels overcrowded to me.
Yeah.
I think there's so much for people to do because they have massages, water sports. You can get your feet done with those little fish that eat skin. There's so many things to do. And let me tell you, the staff here is fantabulous.
Absolutely.
So if you haven't seen our review, definitely check that one out because it's a really great experience. I can't wait to go back.
And like you said, it looks like there's a lot of people here, but there is just so much space for people to just spread out and do whatever they want that it didn't feel crowded, not one bit.
I mean, look at this. This is food available to eat, and you don't see a million people standing around it. Not only can you get food here at the buffet, they have a menu, and they'll even bring you food that's different from what's in the buffet. I mean, it's totally worth it. And I think the price for this, just for an adult day pass, is like $55 for all you can eat and drinks.
Yeah.
And it's a $17 cab ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 20 minutes.
Yeah, about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's $17 for 4 adults, up to 4 adults. So it's not $17, excuse me, for up to 4 adults. It's not bad at all. And they have a pharmacy here, guys. So for those of you that are interested in picking up some medications, there's certain things they sell here that are prescription in the U.S., but here you can get them much cheaper. They do have a pharmacy on site as well as a place where you can get your little souvenirs.
So that was the end of our cruise ports overview.
Look at that little Disney boat.
So we just wanted to kind of give you an idea of some of the places that you might experience and some of the things that you could do. We hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you know when we post new videos every Thursday.
Bye. Thanks for watching.